Okay, I'm going to give you a story of this young girl. She was very good. She grew up in the village and she used to do very well. And then she came to the campus here in Nairobi. She continued to do very well. She was doing BCom and she continued excelling and doing very well in her schoolwork to the extent that when she graduated, she actually earned a first class honors in BCom. Can you imagine that? Anyway, as we know, most of those people in the BCom, because that's like finance and kind of thing, they get jobs like in the banks and other financial um, organizations. So for Mary, she got a job with a bank, and definitely being an entry point, she got a job as a cashier. So she continued doing her work very well. She was very determined to grow. She was sharp and all that. In fact, those she became those kind of cashiers who would count money so quickly that within less than a minute she's counted 100K like that. She could even count 1,000,000 shillings in less than 5 minutes. She could be done with that. She became so good at it because over the years, I think she became a cashier like she was a cashier for more than 10 years. Now, what had happened is that during that job when she was a cashier, she used to apply for opportunities to go to other departments, but unfortunately, she never got an opportunity. Every time there was a job opening somewhere in another department, she always got regrets, or rather she never got that chance to advance her career. So that's how she ended up becoming so good. I know some of you cannot remember that there are cashiers who used to count money so quickly with their hands. Nowadays we have machines that you just drop in the money there, it counts for you, rejects what is not good, but generally there's a counting machine. But that thing, it used to be hands. And those cashiers who actually stayed on their job for so long, they became so good, they're almost like machines. Anyway, the story is, because she was not able to advance her career, she continued being in that space of being a cashier until one time she gave up even applying. So even when the job openings came in, she would always remember, every time I've applied for a job, I never get a job. I never get an opportunity to move. So why even waste time anyway? So she stopped actually even applying for those jobs. And so definitely there are so many opportunities that came and passed on, or rather she never got a chance to advance her career. And so she ended up being in 10 years in cashiering. Definitely some of the people they came with or graduated with, some of them had even become managers. Some people had left that bank and gone to other places. People had grown. 10 years is a long time. So one day there is this guy who just happens to came he just happens to come to the department as a manager, over the cashiers, and he somehow realized that this girl has a lot of potential in her. This Whenever she was given assignments, she would do them in a different way, in an exceptionally different way, a good way. And this guy felt this girl has got something more than just counting money. So it took time to find out why she had stayed on that job for so long. So she explained how she had tried to advance her career, but unfortunately she always got regrets. And so out of that, the guy decided he's going to help her. And so what he did is that because him being a manager in the department, he was able to start now advancing her within the cashiering department, and soon she was able to go to another department altogether where she was able to learn more and become actually start even getting into managerial positions. But that happened more after like over 15 years. Now, what we learn from this story, what happens is that at times life just beats us the way it comes. It's not everybody who gets the luck of, for example, growing so quickly in the job and all that. So what happens is that some people get so discouraged and they cannot move on. You just accept the fate as is. And when we accept that fate, what happens is there's no energy to move to anything else. There's no desire to do anything different, because even the mind kind of tends to sleep, go into a sleep mode where there is no thinking, there is no future, and so the mind just goes down. And so I want to encourage the many people here who may feel like the Mary. You've tried so many opportunities, you're good, but you're always bypassed by others. Opportunities come and leave you even when you try them, and so probably you've come to a place of feeling, why even bother? But let me tell you what, never give up.